Oh, yeah. Yeah. Me too, trying to climb a rope when I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
But that was way before the changes would happen. Researchers have also found that thousands of different molecules and micro beings in people from 25 to 75 do not shift gradually or chronologically. Instead, people go through 2 periods of rapid change in our life. And again, one is around 44 and the other is in our early to mid-60s. And I can vouch for that. I can tell you where my changes came from just like that. Researchers are absolutely correct.
Where'd they come from?
Well, when I was 44, I had, for some strange, unexpected reason, to get rid and sell my entire beer can collection that took up 3 rooms when I was 44. I know that. For a fact, I sold them. Made a little money.
Well, hopefully, you recycled them, yes.
Yeah, and when I was 66 is when the big change came.
What one was that?
I can't explain it. I just can't. But I had this uncontrollable desire to wear socks and sandals at the same time. I did. And tacky Hawaiian shirts, if you can believe that.
Some changes are not for the best, are they?
So beware, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in that range, the change is a-coming.
Yes, it is.
All right. Thank you, man. This update brought to you this morning by Hunter Williams Insurance Agency. Paying too much for those auto premiums, you don't have to. Simply call. They'll talk you off the ledge of high prices. Guaranteed to put a smile on your face, more jingle in your pocket.
Business insurance. It's not just about the bricks and mortar and inventory. It's about the people who rely on the business, the customers, the employees, and you. As an independent agent, we can tailor a program that's just right for you. Invest in safe, sound, secure insurance protection from Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
Call Hunter Williams Insurance at 354-3124 or stop by and see Mark Hunter at 837 6th Street, Portsmouth.
And good morning, just about 6:33 it is. As we get up and roll, we've got downtown 72 degrees in ONN.
This is ONN. I'm Jay Fox on the Ohio News Network. The Cincinnati Enquirer reports that 2 dead bodies were found in the Ohio River near Cincinnati this weekend. Boone County, Kentucky rescuers located the first body between the Purple People Bridge and Taylor Southgate Bridge. 15 hours later, the same rescue team found another body near the Brent Spence Bridge. The Campbell County, Kentucky Coroner's Office is handling the first autopsy. The second autopsy is being handled by the Hamilton County Coroner in Ohio. No names or details have been reached yet, pending an investigation. Over the weekend, Columbus Mayor Andrew Ginther took responsibility for the Columbus ransomware attack and conceded that the city still doesn't know the full extent of the breach. ONN's Colin Dorsey was there and explains.
What do you tell the people of Columbus as the chief executive of this city who feel the city has been untruthful to them?
I accept full responsibility for sharing the best information that I had at the time that was confirmed and corroborated. We learned that information was inaccurate.
Mayor Ginther explaining why Tuesday he told me citizen data was not out on the dark web, something we would later learn wasn't correct. The mayor today conceding investigators don't know what all is out there.
A class action lawsuit brought about by 2 Columbus police officers against the city citing reckless endangerment has now expanded to include any and all citizens affected. For the Ohio News Network, I'm Jay Fox.
Trust.
Chuck Greenslade. He'll tell you the truth.
That's right. The Reds, not good.
Trust Chuck.
News at 11.
All right. It's sports brought to you by Rumpke. Don't forget, Rumpke has been around since 1989, putting together hundreds of people locally to work in their business. Rumpke is picking up. All right. Well, I kind of checked out this weekend a little bit.
Same.
Did same thing, sports, and I had kind of a no sports weekend. Now, that didn't mean I didn't periodically check a score.
Same here.
But for the most part, I found other things to do, like cut the grass.
Oh, you were able to dodge the raindrops and get your grass mowed.
Yeah,
huh?
Actually, yesterday turned into a great day. But,
it did. And, I was so shocked at that because at my house, anyway, we didn't get one single drop of rain. And much like you're saying, I was doing other things throughout most of the weekend, but I DVR'd all the Reds games, as I typically do. And I was zipping through it last night, and the game was halted on 2 separate occasions due to rain.
Right.
And then they had one big alert up on the Jumbotron telling people to take shelter in the concourse at one point, and Cincinnati just got pelted a couple of times, and Not a drop in South Shore.
Well, yeah, and I guess New Boston got hit yesterday pretty heavy on that. But the thing over the weekend was it was hit and miss. We didn't get really that rain that we so richly need at this point, and won't get for a week at least.
That was the same story at Great American Ballpark, Steve. It was hit and miss. Kansas City hit and the Reds missed. That was all weekend. What an abysmal weekend. And my wife and I, we had originally talked about going down to the Queen City and taking in a game or two. And looking back, I am so glad we didn't. In case you hadn't heard, the Royals swept the Reds, and most of the games were very lopsided. On Friday night, the Royals won 7-1. I love those blacked out uniforms on Fireworks Friday at GABP, but boy, they just don't really work as far as the record is concerned. And then on Saturday, the Royals just put a beatdown on Cincinnati, 13-1. And then yesterday, it was KC polishing off the series with an 8-1 victory. So the Reds went into the weekend only one game below 500. Coming off of a sweep of the St. Louis Cardinals, having won 4 straight, and we're thinking, all right, they're going to climb above 500. And now we start this work week 4 games below 500, and if that's not bad enough, while the Reds were swept at home by Kansas City, the dastardly Brewers swept the Cleveland Guardians. So Ohio's other team couldn't help out Cincinnati.
Well,
hey, it's football season this week.
Yeah, let's talk about that big game Saturday. But no, I think the one thing, if you did go to the game, you did see a rising superstar for sure in Bobby Witt Jr., man. He was a one-man demolition crew in all 3 of the games pretty much for Kansas City.
He really
I mean,
well.
I had heard about him, but really didn't know much about him until he came to Cincinnati. And you take a look at what he did against the Reds; it was like batting practice every day.
It certainly seemed that way. Had a hit yesterday, continued with a good weekend, but unfortunately, Cincinnati. It almost seems like we're back to square one. You win 3 against the Cards, you lose 3 against the Royals, and here you are. Looking at the standings heading into this week, Cincinnati in the NL Central is now 12 games out. In 4th place of 5 in the division, and checking the wild card race, the Reds lost ground there as well, now 6 games out. So it was a tough weekend for Cincinnati.
All right. Well, thank you for getting that out. Now, now let's talk about some good news. Talk about those Bengals. Here's Chuck.
Well, the Reds will now head north of the border to Toronto to begin a 3-game series with the Blue Jays. Tonight's first pitch will be at 7:07. That's how they roll up in Canada. And you can hear the contest on Fox Sports Smith AM 1260 and 95.7 FM. Coverage will begin at 6:37. As mentioned, the Cleveland Guardians dropped all 3 games to the Milwaukee Brewers over the weekend. The Cleveland Guardians will have today off. They will get back into action tomorrow. The Guardians' next opponent will be the New York Yankees, and that will be a road game. Now, as far as NFL preseason football over the weekend, the second round of preseason games were played. Not a good one Saturday for Cincinnati. The Bears put a thumping on the Bengals, 27-3 at Soldier Field in the Windy City. But, as Steve alluded to, a lot of the starters did not play in that game, so you can't feel too saddened by that. High school sports, fall sports, it's here. Actually, a lot of sports started over the weekend. Going back to Friday in boys soccer, Greenfield-McLean was a winner over Piketon, 22-2, and Peebles was a winner over Western Pike, 4-2. In girls soccer Friday, Greenfield-McLean shut out Piketon 17-0. Looking at Saturday's boys soccer scores, Chesapeake defeated Piketon 11-0. Wheelersburg down Unioto 3-0. Lynchburg Clay prevailed over Minford 4-3. Ironton St. Joe topped South Point 2-0. North Adams knocked off Fairland 2-0, and the Gallia Academy bested Albany Alexander 3-0. In girls soccer Saturday, Piketon defeated Chesapeake 4-3. Wheelersburg was a 4-3 winner over Unioto. Minford doubled up on Lynchburg Clay 2-1. North Adams knocked off Fairland 5-0, and Albany Alexander ousted the Gallia Academy 6-0. In girls high school volleyball on Saturday, Huntington Ross defeated Clay in 3 sets. Unioto prevailed over West in 3, and Eastern Pike down New Boston in 3. High school football gets underway this week. First game will be Thursday, and you'll hear it right here on Mix 99.3 as the Portsmouth Trojans will visit the Valley Indians for a 7 o'clock kickoff. Your Portsmouth Insurance sports time is 6:40. Portsmouth Insurance is a TAH benefits partner. Give Gary Duzan a call for all of your employee benefit needs. And that is our first look at sports. One more note, the NASCAR race was halted due to rain yesterday. They'll pick that back up in Michigan at 11 a.m. And that is a look at sports.
Thank you, Chuck. In this update brought to you this morning by Rumpke. Don't forget their business is picking up. And We'll have your traffic and your weather together next.
Rumpke Waste and Recycling is one of America's largest family-owned waste and recycling companies. While many similar businesses have come and gone, Rumpke has been a vital part of our area for over 30 years. Rumpke has been serving Southern Ohio and Northern Kentucky with quality and dependable residential service since 1989. Here to stay and here to serve you and your family. Available for both residential and commercial cleanups. Call 888-255-2823. Online at Rumpke.com. At Rumpke, business is picking up.
And traffic, a service of your good friends at the Scioto River, 1024 Gallia Street. Of course, the river will be there today, 11 o'clock, and along with that, Dashing Darren, Will the Thrill, and Chasing on Grill. Today, Shelley Company will be paving Monday, and that's going to be through Friday, weather permitting, and I think they're going to have hammer down on that because the way the forecast is going to be, it's going to be a beautiful week. They're going to be one lane be maintained with the use of flaggers, Byerly Road, Eagle Creek Road in Eagle Creek Drive in Clay Township, and also Jordan Days Road, McNamer Road as well. We've got Junior Furnace, Powellsville still down to one lane, and Ohio River Road in Porter Township will also have traffic maintained with the resurfacing. So if you see something we need to know about, give us a call at 354-1993. Traffic service of your friends at the Scioto River opens 7 days a week.
Weather is service of the Scioto County Career Technical Center, where you can begin your career as a certified pharmacy technician. Financial aid is available for those who qualify. For more information, call 740-259-5526 or visit sciototech.org.
Your first alert forecast from WSAZ. Early clouds try to break out for better sunshine in the afternoon. It'll be seasonably cooler today with highs in the upper 70s. Becoming mostly clear overnight tonight. Cozy, cool, back to the upper 50s. Mostly sunny and refreshing on Tuesday. Highs still in the 70s. I'm WSAZ News Channel 3 meteorologist Brandon Butcher on the Ohio Valley's hit music channel, Mix 99.3.
And downtown right now looking at 72 as we get up and go.
Mix 99.3.